Hello folks, welcome to another episode of Technicational. Now, you might be wondering why we took so long to do the month in review. We're already in June and we didn't get to review May. Well, it's a simple reason. We're waiting on E3 because a whole heap of announcements and stuff were being, rumored and we wanted to know. And especially Kirk wanted to know. And yeah, the tech world when it comes to phones and stuff like that, it wasn't really happening, really. So E3 was really what we wanted to do. And E3 went on last week and there was a ton of stuff. So let's get right to it. This is the recap for May and part of June. Okay? So let's start off with the games because that's what E3 is all about.
Yeah. So we're going to start. Sony, Microsoft?
Let's just start where it starts. Microsoft was first. A matter of fact, it was before E3 start, which is Sunday. Okay. And you have a lot of stuff. So you do Microsoft, I'll talk about Sony. Okay?
Your segment of a shot. Anyway, so Microsoft started out the show. They started a day earlier than they usually do. They started on Sunday. And I guess that was very good strategically. Catch everybody when they're not at work or at school.
Yeah.
So they started it off, and they came out with a huge display of games. They had 44 games at their show. 22 exclusive, but yeah, you have to put an asterisk on that. They're not as exclusive as you would think, but the fact of the matter is they put on a good show. They just showed us nothing but games. They finally announced the real name of the Scorpio. They also
what is it again?
The Xbox One X.
Yeah, original. Very original name, right?
Well, it actually makes sense because remember Xbox One S and then the Xbox One X. So it makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So they announced the release date and they showed off a bunch of titles that would run fine on it, and those games look good. That's all I have to say.
Okay. So tell me some of the standout features of the Xbox One X, the price. Just quickly run down some of the things you can expect when it releases. When is the release date again?
The release date is November 7th. This year, which incidentally would make it a Scorpio. Anyway, so the Xbox One X, like we explained before with Scorpio, it is an upgrade to the Xbox One. I think we've spoken a lot about it in the past. So I don't really know what more I could possibly add to it.
No, really.
What they did is what we expected them to do. They showed us a bunch of games that are running at 4K on the Xbox One X. The great thing about it is, these are not like some indie games running at 4K like another console that I'd rather not
listen,
right now. We're talking about Microsoft.
Yes, please. Continue.
It's, we had some full-fledged 4K games. One of the most impressive being Forza 7 running at 4K 60 frames per second. And the amazing thing about that is it has been said that particular demo that they showed is still not fully utilizing the hardware, because the dev kits are not finished. It's going to be amazing to see what Forza 7 will really be once they fully utilize everything at the end of the year. So that was impressive.
So price. That's what people
price.
want
Okay. Okay, so the price is a bit controversial. It's $499, aka 500 US, which is a lot nowadays for a console. But to be fair to Microsoft, we have to remember that this console has 12 gigs of RAM. I need you to understand that the 8 gigs that's in the PS4 Pro and all these other consoles is impressive in and of itself. But this thing has 12 gigs. 12 gigs. We are not going to get 12 gigs of RAM in a console at $400 price point. It's just not realistic. It never was realistic. I was hoping for $450 personally, but that's what it is. But Microsoft has explained that they're actually selling it at cost, meaning they're not making a profit and they're not actually losing on it. They're selling it as is, because their reasoning for this is they know that the actual profits in console gaming doesn't come from the console sales. It comes from software sales and subscription services and that sort of thing.
So, alright, for me, E3 is all about the games, and we're still at Microsoft, right? And Microsoft showed so many games. I'm not going to lie. Just games after game. Some of them pass through and you glimpse the name and you have to write it down. So, no, seriously, I had to write down some of them because I didn't even know some of them.
They had one montage that had 40 games.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of them, but they were like 40.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But some stood out. Now, we're going to talk about the standout games, okay? Just quickly running through them. For you, told me that Assassin's Creed really stood out for you.
I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I've always been fascinated by the franchise. I've played a couple of the games there and there. But this year's Assassin's Creed looks like something I definitely want to get on day one. It's new, it's fresh, it's different. They're taking on a lot of new ideas, like changing the battle system and all that. I like what I saw.
Well, for me, what just went bam was Anthem. Yeah, you know I'm a Destiny person. So
everybody loved Anthem. Anthem was the game of the show.
I saw it and I was like, what the hell was Bungie making? This is what I thought Bungie was making. And then to see Destiny 2 comes out to look like Destiny 1.5, and then here comes BioWare showing you what an open world loot system game supposed to play and look like. That game stood out. What else stood out for you?
In terms of, let me see. I like the indie showcase. There's so many little indie games, but Forza was the game of that show for me, because you know I'm a huge Forza fan. So yeah, and it was the prettiest game I've seen in that show, easily. It was the prettiest game. I loved Metro. Metro looked so good. Wow. Highly underrated though, because not a lot of people were talking about it.
I was wondering if it was gameplay or it was a cutscene or something, because that game just looked too pretty.
Well, from what the developers were saying, it was actually mixed between gameplay and cutscenes. It was actually one segment that started out as a cutscene and then continued as gameplay. And it was actually running on an Xbox One X at the show when they demoed it.
Okay. What else stood out for me was Crackdown, although I didn't really see much gameplay.
See, that's the thing.
I didn't see much. I'm a Crackdown person, but there wasn't any gameplay for that.
Personally, I'm a Crackdown person too. And personally, they didn't even have to show anything. I'm going to buy Crackdown. It's without a doubt, I'm going to buy it. But I agree in that they could have shown more.
Especially for a game coming out this year.
I understand that they actually have a Crackdown special event in a month's time that is going to blow everything wide open. But this is E3. Gotta show something, man.
Yeah. They also showed footage of some indie games that just stood out. Cuphead was one.
Oh yeah, well, there was a round of applause when Cuphead's release date was shown. We have been seeing Cuphead for like almost 3 years now, and we don't know when it's coming out. Some people thought it was cancelled or something. So Cuphead, it finally has a release date. It's up for pre-order on the Xbox, right? And yeah, people are excited.
The next indie game that I saw was Unruly Heroes. That looked really amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I saw this game where this girl was cutting people up in the air, shift or something like that.
Yeah, just tell me what that game is so I can buy it, because it looked good, really good.
Then you have Ori 2. that.
Yeah, that's the other game that stands out to me. Sure, Ori. Just letting you guys know, Ori is top 10 of this generation of games. Ori is up there. So I've replayed Ori 2 times from front to back, getting all the sequences.
Front to back. Anyway, yeah. So Ori 2 was showed off. I mean, there are so many games that I don't know. Maybe some will be there that you guys wanted to see or you saw and was happy about. But games were just pouring out of the Microsoft press conference. Was there anything else that stood out for you that you could remember? Because you don't know, I have paid the Sony for talk about.
Let me see. I because I'm a fan of platformers. I really like Super Foxy Tales. Yeah. It was also a surprise to the show because it's a full first party console exclusive. We're talking about how they didn't bring first party console exclusive games. Well, that was one that came out of nowhere and people weren't talking about.
Oh yeah, and
it's 4K 60.
Okay, yeah. So there's one last thing, and we have to mention it. Just like how Microsoft left it for last on their press conference, and I don't know why people don't talk about it. I'm kind of looking forward to it, and it's Rare Sea of Thieves. Yes.
Oh well.
Sea of Thieves. Just look fun. And is it a multiplayer game or is it a single player game?
Oh, it's a completely multiplayer game. There's
So
no
you're
single player component.
So you're actually fighting other pirates or other people.
And it's one persistent world, kind of like Destiny, but but a little bit bigger. It's one persistent world where ships versus ships, and there's people on the ships. It's all completely multiplayer.
And you have different islands you can meet up on and stuff like that.
Yep. Go there, find buried treasure, loot, and whatever. It's a complete pirate simulator.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that would be my purchase. I'm always a Rare fan, you know. They do make good games, and Sea of Thieves looked good. Now,
one thing that we have not mentioned yet, and I think deserves to be mentioned for all those old school gamers out there, Microsoft has finally announced, which this got a huge applause. I know I jump out of my seat.
There we go.
Microsoft finally announced backwards compatibility for original Xbox games. Dead or Alive 3, Crimson Skies, all that stuff.
You know, I reach a point where I don't know, but I don't think I am that type of person to go all the way back there, because I'm gonna be honest, I saw Dead or Alive 3 a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't pretty.
I don't care about pretty.
It just felt.
I want to play a good Dead or Alive again, so I need to play Dead or Alive 3 again. Okay,
alright, fine.
You know it was. You know it became crap after 3.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
So yeah.
Okay, folks. So guess what? What we're heading to right now is the Sony press conference. That is not going to take long at all. Just going to be real with you.
Yeah, it's going to be short like their show.
So the Sony press conference, people. I'm not a biased person at all. I play mostly PS4 and PS3 just because, you know, I didn't have a Xbox at the time. So certain people have it. Like I'm a Sony fan, but I'm not. No, I play a lot of Xbox as well. So yes, I watched the Sony press conference, and I'm gonna be honest with you people. There's no way on earth anybody can say that was an awesome press conference. No. And if you do, you're literally lying to yourself. But there were some good points. Just some good points. So the Sony press conference, they showed off some games. Not a lot. There was God of War, which looks like God of War mixed with Last of Us, mixed with some Uncharted.
I have a lot to say about God of War.
Yeah, but that's not coming out anytime this year. So yeah, the God of War looked good. They actually showed off the DLC for Horizon.
Yeah.
Where Everybody was woohoo!
I don't know how you guys love Horizon. I know you guys love it.
Anyway, they also showed off the DLC for Uncharted 4. Yeah, that looked good.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't show any of the games that we expected. Certain people were like, yo, show me Bloodborne 2.
They didn't show us anything we didn't expect either.
They showed the multiplayer of Call of Duty, a new one. They showed a whole ton load of VR games. I don't know why. I wasn't excited. Skyrim VR. Whoop-de-doo. That's a $400 peripheral. You know that? The VR headset, you know you can buy it. Anyway, so ton loads of VR games if you have a PS VR for your PS4. So games coming out there. And am I missing anything? Because I just
Shadow of Colossus, the only surprise of the show.
yeah, but is a remake or a new game?
It's a remake. It's a remake. They're remaking a game that's been remade 1,000,000 times over.
Because it was remade for the PS3, right?
Yes, it was remade for the PS3.
And they're remaking it again. So, listen, I'm not going to lie to you.
They're remaking it for the Vita yet? Because I think that's next to them.
And they didn't show anything about the Vita. So I'm guessing that they're really done with that.
Yeah, it wasn't very impressive at all. Especially considering Sony's track record.
Yeah.
They tend to have good E3 shows.
Oh yeah, they showed off a fishing game for Final Fantasy V.
That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Yeah, you know what? I shouldn't even mention that. And it's VR.
Oh well, even better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sony, I have to call you out on this. That showing, when it ended, I was like, please tell me that's not all of it.
Wait, you made it to the end?
Yes, I made it to the end because I was expecting something else. Oh, they showed off, but that's a multi-platform game. They showed off Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel, we have to talk about the star of Sony's show, sir. Okay? Spider-Man. Alright? Let's talk about Spider-Man, please. Let's talk about Spider-Man. We know the show is garbage, but Spider-Man was great.
Yeah, is it coming out this year?
It is. I think it is coming out.
Okay. It looked good, but I didn't like the last Spider-Man game. So. And the one before that.
You can't judge it based on last Spider game because it's a different company that made that game.
Okay. Right.
Insomniac is making this one.
Okay, fine.
I mean, the track record alone.
So they also showed off Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and announced that there was a demo. I downloaded the demo. I deleted the demo.
I haven't played it yet.
Okay, so that is the Sony press conference. That's it. That's it. No new IP, no new peripherals, no new console. Just those stuff that we knew before the show.
The reality is Sony played it safe. They took all the games that we knew were coming already and they just showed us a little more of those games. I have no idea why. And to make their show look even worse, they came out later saying that they held back exclusives from showing them at E3. And I'm here thinking, why? This is E3. You come here and you show, show your best stuff and you come to surprise people and wow people. Microsoft did a better job at that. Come on.
So what, they're saving it for PAX?
I don't know what they're saving it for, man. I was so annoyed. Yeah. But I want to talk about a specific game.
Hold up. That game, I'm thinking of that game as well, but we can't put it in the category of Sony and Microsoft. It's kind of bigger than that. You understand? Mm-hmm. The game that we had to leave out and we're putting it right here, put Marvel vs. Capcom to shame, and they're in a heated legal debate right now. I just saw that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bandai and Capcom over this. So, yeah, just saw the story. Guess what? They made a DBZ fighter that we want to play.
Before you say that, let me just point out that this was not a part of Sony's show. Instead, it was a part of Microsoft's show.
Okay, fine. We don't care.
I just want you to realize how unimpressive Sony's show was. They showed it on Microsoft, and they even announced that it will run better on the Xbox One. It's almost as if it's an Xbox One game. But anyway, continue.
Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Amazing. It's a great game.
I need to know if there's a pre-order. I need to pre-order that game now. I have been saying DBZ should not be in 3D. Who the hell made it in 3D? So that was exactly what went on in May. We're sorry that we hold out so long, but E3 was just bubbling up to be something great, and Microsoft delivered, Sony simmered the show.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We don't know what happened with Nintendo.
Nintendo had a small showing. They showed off a couple things that were actually cool. It's just really not that much to really
Talk about.
yeah.
And I guess when the games start coming out, we can actually talk about it because it's neither here nor there.
To be fair, because we are not particularly biased against Nintendo. It's just that we are not as enthused as most people are. So there are probably some things that are much more exciting to you. We just didn't find a lot of stuff that they showed.
And if it was, if you need to know about it, just tell us in the description. We'll actually tell you. But blurting out random stuff is not our thing, especially if it's not, big news.
Yeah.
Okay, so folks, thank you guys for waiting, and as usual, tell your friends, subscribe, view our videos, and we're still working on that giveaway. I still just don't know how I'm going to give it away because I don't want nobody button on my house.
Just give me. That works out.
Anyway, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for waiting on the recap. And until next time, peace. I'm Peyton Wilmot.
Go, bro.
And see you next time.